Good morning from my happy place, Fenwick Island. I'm actually leaving this morning. Sadness, but we have a bunch of family things going on back home. Bob has already left. He was only here for the long weekend. And I want to talk for a moment about ADHD, motivation, and your environment. So I am planning to walk the Rehoboth Half Marathon in December. Really excited about it. I have always wanted to do a major walk. I do not run. And I've got some things in place. So I want to talk about this. So one of the interesting things I learned when I was in coaching school was about the essential structures. And I'm working with my clients a lot on this right now with building new habits. And so they are ADHD awareness, knowing that you have ADHD and where are some of your challenges and what are some of the good things. Self-knowledge, who are you as a person? I'm going to flake the second one. The third one, environment, and I'm going to just be bad and look it up. Support. So support is actually the third, and action is the fourth. And within support is environment, which is why I want to talk about that. Because we need to put things in place to support us as we're building new habits. Very interesting also, because I'm reading James Clear's Atomic Habits right now. I'm actually listening to it. So I was listening to it as I was walking this morning. We'll get to that. And one of the things he talks about is when motivation isn't going to work, setting up your environment properly can. So why is this important to the Rehoboth Half? I need to have my supports in place and my environment set up. I realized that in order to get my walks in and really get prepared for this, I'm at like 2 miles. So I need to get a lot higher up. I actually did 2 walks the other day, 1.5 miles each. So that was 3. That I'm going to need to do these walks first thing in the morning. And, I walk with my neighbor every evening with her dog. So I don't know if she's going to switch to do the morning walks with me. I'll just say that we tend to walk a bit slower, and I'm going to want to be like getting these walks knocked out. So my hunch is what I'll be doing is doing the lion's share of the walking first thing in the morning. So I am now setting up things in my environment to ensure that I'll actually do these walks and be prepared to do the half, because I'm putting some money down to do the marathon, the half marathon. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm making sure that I lay my clothes out at night for walking. So in the morning when I wake up, first thing I see in the bathroom is my walking clothes. I'm more likely to put them on and get out the door and actually do that walk. So that's the first thing I'm doing with my environment. That's a support. Another thing I'm doing in my environment, and part that I really want to talk about today, is calendar. I'm making sure to put in my calendar my whole training routine so I have it down. My assistant's helping me to put it into Notion, my CRM. Notion, my project management system. I have a CRM in Notion, but I'm using Notion as my second brain. And I am having her put this whole workout routine, et cetera, in there. That will then be put into my calendar as well. So that each day I'm given a prompt on what I'm supposed to be doing for exercise that day. It's pretty intense to go from 2 miles walking to 13.1 by December. So I'm actually about 4 weeks behind on preparing for this. So instead of having the full 19 weeks, I have about 15. Luckily, I already walk. It's already part of my routine. I already exercise. So I'm pretty sure that I can get up and running, not literally, in the next few weeks, which is great. I'm going to be doing a major walk on Saturdays. I think this Saturday is 4 miles. The following Saturday is 5 miles, etc. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I think we'll see. That's going to be mostly my neighborhood. When I get to the longer walks, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to go for those, because I think I'm going to get bored just walking in my neighborhood. And when I go out of my neighborhood, I'm on a very busy street. So there's not really going to be the best place to do that. So those are 2 strategies you can use to set up your environment to be able to build a new habit. You can actually use one, you can lay out things in your environment to make sure that they're triggers to remind you to do. And 2, you can use Google Calendar to put your various habits and your routines into your calendar. You can even set it up in like a separate self-care calendar, which one of my clients is doing now. She's got one where it includes her morning routine and evening routine, and then you can toggle it on and off. I'm going to be teaching that strategy in the Google Calendar workshop, because I've done it myself. It's amazing. The walk routine, etc., is all in my self-care calendar. And so it's a separate calendar that allows me to see what I need to do without sort of cluttering up my business calendar or maybe my family calendar. I do have a couple of different calendars. I'm more than a couple. At any rate, Google Calendar Workshop is being held on Wednesday, September 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We are going to explain why you need a calendar, especially if you are a neurozesty person like myself, and then how you can use the calendar as a tool. There will be a workbook. This is very much a teaching workshop. I'm not here to sell you a bunch of things. I'm going to have a couple minutes at the end to tell you how you could join my Get More Done accountability group. But other than that, this is chock full of content. I've been working on it for eons. It's going to be amazing. Google Calendar Workshop. You can sign up at bit.ly/GCal Workshop. It's right there on your screen. And I hope to see you there Wednesday, September 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern. It is only $37. This is the last workshop I'm going to do at that low of a price. The next workshop is going to be $67. These workshops are so chock full of content. I do follow-up. It's unbelievable. So you really want to be there if you think you could use Google Calendar as a tool that'll help benefit you in so many ways, from setting new habits to making sure you get places on time to keeping track of what's going on with your family and where they are, and you know how that might affect your calendar. All right, I've got to hop because I've got to finish packing and head home. bit.ly/GCal Workshop. Hope to see you there on Wednesday, September 11th.